guys, it's Nina from VR Focus and I'm joined by...
I'm Tamaz Murgulia, Chief Experience Officer from VR Tech and Neurogaming.
So tell me a little bit about this game that you're working on right now and how it came from PC to virtual reality.
Well, basically what we do at VR Tech and Neurogaming, we're trying to kind of revive this culture of local-based entertainment, like the arcade games of the old. The best way to do this is virtual reality. It's kind of too clumsy to come into your home right now with all the wires and all that stuff, but it's perfect for entertainment somewhere at a place where you got like 15 minutes. We are doing this almost over a year. No one has like enough knowledge base on this.
Is this specifically for one game only, or is this for
No,
various games that you're working
for
on?
various games.
Right.
And after we got some levels of expertise and knowledge, we thought that we are ready to make something more exciting than we usually do. A couple of months ago, we thought, why wouldn't we think about how to make the game about tanking and tank battle in virtual reality. So we started to make some prototypes because there are lots of ideas how you can bring tanking into virtual reality. For example, first that comes to your mind is probably to put a crew in a tank, like few people with different roles, like commander, like driver and gunner. It doesn't work, as we found out, because of lots of problems, motion sickness not the least of them. So we were exploring different ways, different prototypes, trying to understand why they work, why they don't. And finally we came up with this idea of this fun, intense PvP battleground. Our locations allow up to 4 people to play with each other inside the game, and right now we are even trying to extend that, connecting 2 of our locations so that up to 8 people could be brought into the game. Somewhere about half a year ago, we made this game, Revolver. It was our first PvP game where people were competing to each other, like shooting each other. And it was so fun. It was unexpectedly, we didn't know that it would be such a hit. But when we made it, it was also kind of experiment like for us. No other game of ours provides this level of excitement. And we understood that this specifically is the experience that we want to deliver. The game takes like almost 8 minutes. And after those 8 minutes, people came out of the helmet, they're literally exhausted. You know, if they play first time, it feels like a good workout. So we wanted to do something like this, but with different mechanics.
So how did you tackle the idea of motion sickness and the
that was hard. First of all, when you're thinking about tanks in VR, you understand that motion sickness would be your main enemy. Adversary that has not been beaten yet. No one knows how to do this except us. I had this theory that we cannot beat the motion sickness. You cannot avoid it, but you can trick your mind into not feeling that you are motion sick. First of all, we understood that we have to provide controls of this object that you move in. The controls should be almost telepathic. We put a lot of efforts into inventing the mechanics of movement control. And once we did that, there were other things to solve, like the field of view. Our experiments has shown that almost everything depends on field of view. For example, if we are putting a player inside the game, a few inches high or
Lower.
this effect of not having motion sickness is evaporating. In one situation, you just feel yourself too high up the ground, and the speed feels completely different, and it disorients you. And the other thing is that if you are too low, like one of our colleagues wanted to make you feel like you are the tank, so you could see only your head up the turret, which doesn't work either, because in this situation you don't see the base of the tank, like those corners.
The front
of the tank, and you don't see where they move, and once you don't see them, you lose them from the line of sight. You are completely disoriented. Like when you move, you don't understand how this thing moves, and this makes you into motion sickness like in moments.
So you've taken a perspective that you're above the
slightly above the tank, so you could see all the tank, all the dots, all the boundaries of the tank, but still not too high.
Aiming where you want to go.
Yes, because it feels the most intuitively. You know, you're not thinking about how to rotate your tank. You just know that you watch right there, and there where tank goes. And if you want to block that, if you want to prevent them, for example, you've chosen your destination and you pointed your tank at that destination, and while you're moving, you want to watch.
What's around you?
So you can
touchpad.
Touchpad, So you hold that, and you can
Rotate.
You can rotate the turret without affecting the direction of tank. If we give people enough catchy gameplay, something that would be quite easy for them to understand, the goal in game, like to kill or to evade, that would do the trick. So when you're in game, your mind, it is affected with all this screen resolution and technology, and it should get sick, but it doesn't, because it hasn't much time for this. It has a goal. It's completely taken with the idea of killing, evading, of getting kills, shooting, and all this.
So the feedback from people who've tried it out, they all thought it was intuitive, it worked well.
Yeah, by now, yes.
And there's no motion sickness?
No. Even people who haven't tried VR at all, and it was like their first game, we hadn't any feedback with the motion sickness.
That's amazing. So you're adding new things to it as well, new types of...
Yeah. Right now, this game has only deathmatch, but as I think, we designed this game to be a team deathmatch. One of the main modes of this game should be where two teams are battling each other.
So all the locations for this game, where are they based?
Right now, this game would be available only at one location in Moscow, in the Afi Park city.
You guys are expanding and hoping
well,
to get
there are
feedback.
lots of locations, but we are launching this game only at one location right now.
How long is the beta testing for? The length of time that you guys are keeping it?
We are planning to have this period from now to somewhere about May, and then in May start the game like on every our location. With the team modes, with different maps, with maybe some kind of progression system, which we are working on right now. People don't have a model of how it should work, so we're kind of exploring this right now, both for Revolver and for World of Tanks.
Well, thank you very much. Head over to vrfocus.com if you want to find out more about virtual reality, and if you want to find out more about the game, which website do we go to?
worldoftanksvr.com.
Cool, thank you very much.
Thank you.